There we go. Am I live yet? I'm live. Well, good evening. Thought I'd jump on here for just a little bit. I usually don't talk politics. If you don't, I know nobody's gotten in yet, but uh, you go back. They can go back and watch the video. And what I got to say has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with the sadness of this world has come to. Come to the point to where when you don't like what somebody does or somebody's opinion, that you try to take them out. Don't make a lot of sense anymore. You know, what happened today and this evening was nothing more than what happens in this world every day. Neighbors get mad at neighbors. One of them goes and gets their pew pew and does something stupid. It's just this is on a bigger scale, I guess you could say. But people don't have to agree to disagree. I know people who don't agree but still see each other every day and talk to each other every day. But there's a lot of things they don't agree on. And that's the way it should be. But try to take somebody's life, or in this case, they did take somebody's life, injured two other people, and got themselves taken out. Don't make no sense to me. No sense whatsoever. I remember back years ago. See, this really doesn't have nothing to do with whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or what your views are. Uh, it's sad that people resort to this every day. Like I said, this is just on a bigger scale, but it happens every day. It's everyday life anymore. Neighbors getting arguments. People do. People, it's even in schools. I mean, people see things in people's schools. One kid picks on another kid. But I'll be honest with you, when at this level, in politics and everything, I knew it's possible it would happen again, but I really never thought I would see it again. Not in my lifetime. Uh, I've seen quite a few get taken out, a few taken out, a few shot, and injured. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Peggy. You're awake, huh? But the first assassination I saw was. I remember sitting there when Walter Cronkite come on TV, and uh, Kennedy was, taken out in Texas, riding in his limousine. That was shocking to see on TV. For interrupt the show, and there it was. Now, whether you yeah, that's why I say this is a bigger scale. I mean, it's going to make more publicity, and a lot. It happens every day anymore. I mean, I'm back in the day when two kids didn't get along or had an argument, got in, they get in a fight and throw a few blows at each other, and one would win and one would lose, and it'd be over with. It ain't that way no more. No, we're just this just draws more attention to the media and something they play over and over and over and over and just keep going on and on. They think they try to build it up and get viewers on their news channel instead of just reporting the news. But it happens every day. Um, yeah, but I never really thought I'd ever. I figured we were probably past it. It didn't surprise. It don't surprise me, uh, but I really didn't think at that level this would ever happen again. Like I said, in my lifetime, I didn't think I'd ever see it again. But you know, uh, whoever it was a good shot, uh, because it came from the right, which is the left hand side of the screen if you're looking at the TV. But if you noticed, if you watched it, you saw Trump. He's standing like this, and this is the way they're shooting. He had turned his head like that, and just in time too. That's because see, uh, yeah, yeah. Uh, but, you know, we've had Texas shootings years ago, in King and Memphis, and uh, that's just something at that level I just didn't see it. It don't surprise me at all that somebody down the street down here got in an argument with somebody, and then it's on the news here, local news here. They got in an argument, and so went and got his pew pew and went back over to his neighbor's house, knocked on the door, and when he opened it, he let him have it. That don't surprise me anymore. Uh, uh, so I don't, I don't. It don't surprise me. If Walker County didn't do their job, I guess we would be on the news. Yeah, but at the same time, uh, they wouldn't be on the news like this is. It wouldn't. They wouldn't keep going on and on and on with it. Uh, I want to tell you, uh, they wasn't successful, uh, and if I know Trump, he's gonna if he's got a hole in his upper part of his ear, he's gonna put an earring in it and say, "Let's get back at it." Yeah. Well, like I said, his head was turned just at the right time, uh, because it got the upper part of his ear, and it came from this way, and he had turned his head like this, just when it all took place. He looked. If you notice, you'll see him look to the right, and then you'll see him go like that, and then go down. But that's whoever it was. See, this guy was probably, they said, 250 to 275, 300 yards away, which is a possible easy shot for somebody that knows how to shoot. But and it looked like he was on target. Yeah, it's just it didn't go right for him. It was a one shot try. The rest of them were just pop, 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 just random popping. But that was the first one that was meant to do the job. That was focused on. Yeah, it could have been. And I was reading his lips when they picked him up, and he put his fist in the air, and he goes, "Fight, fight." Don't take this. We're going to stand. We're going to continue fighting. But they say he's okay. So, but now I'd be on here saying the same thing. It didn't matter. Look, there's a lot of things I disagree with, and there's a lot of things I don't disagree with. They were just random shots. I mean, the first one was an aim, and to do the job, and after that it was just pop, 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 pop. But no matter, but see what I'm talking about. But it wouldn't matter. It don't matter to me who was on that stage. If it had been Biden on that stage and the same thing happened, I'd be right here telling you the same thing. It's unbelievable that it would ever happen again. The media is responding right now. Trump was at the hospital. He was okay. He got grazed in the upper part of the ear. The shooter, they say, is no longer with us. One person in the crowd, one of the spectators, was hit in the head and is deceased. And two other people were taken to emergency room. Don't know their condition. Biden came on TV. I think I was watching it on YouTube here. I don't know if it was ABC or NBC. ABC, I think it was. Said that he had tried to contact Trump, but he wasn't able to contact him yet, but he was hoping to later, and said there was no place. There was no place for this in our country. That it needed to stop, and he was hoping to talk to Trump later on after he left the stage. But yes, one spectator is gone. It is crazy. Like I said, I really thought I'd see another one in my lifetime. I really figured they had it uh, really had it under control as far as stuff like that now. But I guess they can't be on top of everything. But now they got to do an investigation on how this guy got on this building. He wasn't in the arena, so he didn't check in like everybody else, like everybody that was in there. He was outside of it. They not only let him get within range of taking aim, but they also uh, let him get an upper shot on, an overview basically of what he was going to do. Yeah, that's what I said. Kennedy was the first one that we were sitting there. We were sitting there at the table, and I can't remember. I think somebody called and said, "Turn on the TV," and turned on the TV, and Walter Cronkite was on there, and he was talking about what had just happened to Kennedy. That I still remember sitting there going, "No, can't be. No, this ain't real." Absolutely, Melinda. I'm glad you made it in here tonight. I fe- I thought, oh, it's 9:40. It's 9:40 or whatever it was, 9:35. I said, well, Melinda will be snoring, so hopefully maybe she won't disturb us too much while we're on here. But yeah, I'm really shocked that it happened. I really am. And I can imagine what the people were like that were there. And I would have been just as shocked if it had been the president or anybody else, much less our current or recent president. Yeah, it is. But I, I just, uh, I just really didn't expect to see it again. I really didn't. I've thought many times. A lot of people probably giving it a lot of thought, but I didn't think anybody would ever be able to filtrate security to get it done. And even though this person didn't check in, because they haven't told who it is yet, he didn't check in, or she, or whatever. I don't know, I'm female. Either one could be a good shot, couldn't he? Didn't check into the venue. That distance should have been already covered. It should have been checked out beforehand. And uh, yeah, I hear you, John. But it's uh, there's Neil. Hey, Neil. Not yet, but close to. But there's no need in it. We can, I I've got some good friends that we don't see eye to eye. Uh, Not just in politics, but a lot of other things. Uh, but you know, we agree to disagree, and we even sit around and talk about it sometimes. It's good morning now, Neil. Probably it's morning hours anyway. Yeah, Neil. I guess you heard the attempt to take out Trump. Several times a minute. Yeah, that's what I figured. They'll run it in the ground. They'll run it in the ground. The news media don't wait for all the facts and just report it what the facts they know. They they got all these scenarios that they start pumping out there, and they this that and the other, and they go on and on and on and on. Uh, I'm like, I watch it long enough to I still uh, I'll go back tomorrow maybe and look and see if they told who it was, and uh, but to listen to them all these different ways, and all the people they want to interview going, what did you think? How did you feel? Yeah, Melinda, we sure. Well, we miss you. Yeah. I said the other day, you need to get a set of headphones or something if you disturb any other people in the house. So you got to get you going. Just because they go to bed and get up, whatever they get up, don't mean you got to be on the same schedule. Yeah. Did you see that one guy behind Trump there with the hat on? He wasn't ducking down. He was a he was looking everywhere he was. I can see the delay in people's responding to it because you know some people don't know the difference in sound, and it was actually a good ways off. So they didn't. They didn't. Yeah, a lot of people said it was fine. We thought it was firecrackers. We thought it was firecrackers. And then we realized, well, I have to say I'd have been videoing because there wasn't nothing I could do to stop it from happening, and I couldn't get involved in it because Secret Service would have took me out if I jumped up there and tried to protect somebody. But uh, you might catch something that would be helpful. That's what I got. That's probably about the only help anybody could really come up with is maybe it would come up with something helpful. But in this case, we know now it wouldn't have been because it was such a long distance off. Nobody was trying to set their focus or the cameras that to that distance. They were all closer together. Yeah. I've been on the floor in the camera in there. It just see me doing it. Oh Lordy. There's some yeah, like I said, he's a tough old goat. If they made a hole in his ear, he'll put an earring in it and say, "Let's go back and do some more campaigning." but but I'll tell you one thing. Will do. This will take this will uh, be blown up to the point to where they'll think, well, we got to be careful for the other side now because somebody might want to retaliate. So they'll take him out of the public. The president himself won't be out there on the campaign trail. Uh, watch what I tell you. He won't be out there doing public speakings and all that stuff. Uh, yeah. Well, I tell you what it is. It's somebody with a problem or had a problem. They're not with us no more. Uh, in the story. He'll say, "You miss me." You know, you see those guys that get those earrings where they stretch their ears and put those great big circles in there. Yeah, he'll have to do that up here, and then have a fist on it too, like that. Uh, yeah, yeah. I don't do it but one way, and it's going to have the gold trim. Well, I'm glad he's okay. I tell you, uh, I pray for our president every day. Uh, and I pray for everybody, whether I like them or not, or whether they're running and I don't like them, or they're running and I like them. It don't matter. They all deserve a chance to speak and uh, uh, say what they want to say, and then the people go out and vote. That's uh, he wanted everybody to know he got up. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. There used to be a guy. He's let his ears close off. I don't know. I hadn't really looked to see what it done, but he worked up here at the store at the gas station, crossing the post office there. But that boy had some rings in his ear, and I'm talking about this. His lobe was stretched, and it was inside his lobe. Uh, I didn't know that was stretched that much. Uh, that's unreal. Well, no matter who it is, Neil, they make it. Um, if they can get them up and they can walk out, it's not gonna be an easy job. But that boy, he's took them out. I know his ears are back. You know, he ain't got those big things in his ear. The last time I was in there, so he had to let it close up or shrink back down. I'd like to see what kind of damage he done to his ear, but I just hadn't paid any attention. I don't go in there very often over there on that side. But, yeah, we got to. I mean, I think what was it? What country was it? The uh, leader just got killed recently on the plane crash. My mind's gone. I figured there'd be a lot more to that, but I'm gonna tell you, uh, that sounds suspicious to me too. I think that was done. I think that was on purpose. The helicopter, he was on a helicopter, I believe it was. Yeah. Uh, they don't shrink back, just look like. Yeah. Well, I know I'm not. They couldn't shrink back, but would that hole eventually grow in, or I mean, I know if you pierce your ear and you don't keep something in it, it'll close up. I just wonder if that would ever close up. It'd probably wrinkle up and die off or something. Maybe I don't know. I don't care if I think you're a good politician or a bad politician. I don't want nothing to happen to you, and that's all. That's you know. You know, if you one thing is going to take place, and that is God's word is going to be fulfilled. Nothing nobody can do about that. The best man in the world that you could find today was put in the position of running a country. He's going to do something to help make that happen, whether he knows it or not. It's going to one world government won't take place without involving government. So everybody's going to do. They're all going to do something that leads towards that as time goes on. They all going to play a role, whether they want to or not. Just family holds forever. Ugh, I need to look at his. I need to go by there when he's working one day. And I see his car over there. Say, let me look at your earlobe. I know he grew a beard. I saw him getting out of his car and I almost didn't recognize him as I was turning at the traffic light going between the post office and that gas station there. Uh, and he had a beard. And I was like, oh, he's got a beard now. I almost didn't recognize him. But he's worked there a long time for them people. He's not a, I don't know how old he is. He ain't that old. He's probably in his 30s now. But he's been there he was probably in his late 20s, mid 20s, mid, I was saying his mid 20s probably when he went to work there. And he's been there all this time. So I give him that. You know, It's kind of like tattoos. I mean, if you want a tattoo, get a tattoo. But some people don't like tattoos. Uh, but I don't like tattoos. I think you're marking up your body. Some people say I did it in memory of this, a memory of that. I did a lot of things in memory of people before, but I've never abused my body to do it. Uh, but a tattoo's a tattoo. Uh, I just have my own opinion of it. I mean, if you knock at my door, I'm not going to go, no, you can't come in. You got a tattoo. and my dad, he's 82nd Airborne, and he, he had tattoos on his arms, and he even had an old girlfriend's name. Her name was Pat, but he had something done to it to where it didn't say Pat no more because him and Pat didn't last long, and uh, he had an eagle, wing spread eagle across his chest. I said, and I've always said, if I was going to get a tattoo, that's what I would do. I'd get in memory of him. If I was going to do that and say in memory of someone, that's what it would be. But I don't. Uh, I've done other things in memory of him. Uh, Neil, that don't make sense. So you buy 20 gallon, you put on 20 gallons of one kind, and when you can buy one, and probably it might be expensive, but cheaper than the other 20 cans altogether. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I actually just says another day has made history. History has been made again. Remember, what is it? Uh, the Secret Service guy, Reagan, when Reagan was out there at that car door, didn't he get put in a wheelchair over that, protecting him? I think that's what it was. I used to know all this pretty good history stuff. Uh, yeah, my son went and got him uh, some tattoos. And if I ain't mistaken, I need to pin him down on that. I think he's got some girl's name on him. Hello, Christina. Oh, but yeah, they interviewed some guy that was in just a few feet away from what happened. Who was talking about the man who got popped in the head? He said, "I knew he wasn't going to survive that." Duh. Well, yeah, sunburn, get your body temperature down, take you some aspirin, lay down under a cool fan, and go to sleep. Yeah. He had to wait to become president. Yeah. She found out her goat's water bucket had a leak and she had to go all the way back to the island today and water the goats. Christina, who don't know me? Christina. Get up. But the man goes to get up the next morning and goes to shave and goes, "Where's my shaving cream?" And then Christina be like, "Ah, let me go get you some at Walgreens real quick." Yes. Yeah, I had went to sleep. Christina called me and goes, "Did you hear the news? What just happened?" And I go, "That was over an hour." Oh, well, it works, huh? Well, plus she gets to go to Walgreens. Yeah, she knows. Yeah, she woke me up to tell me. I fell back. Well, she hung up on me. She says, "Hold on a minute." Click. Hung right up. And I fell back asleep. Then I woke up and the TV was still on. That newscast was still on YouTube on the TV. And I was like, they're still talking about it. Of course they are. So I cut it off. Yeah, I don't tell her about me winning the lottery. Ugh. Well, I figure tomorrow sometime or the next day, I'll hear what the guy's name was and where he was from and all that. That's all I really want to know. Uh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They'll be talking about it. They'll be talking about him coming out there with his gold earring on. Take it, made it land, made it slide right on by. It'll be a bunch of speculation. Uh, or they'll use somebody will use it for a reason to have more gun control or something of that nature. You know. I say the man turned his head just at the time, just in time. One, just one little bit slower, and it would have been a whole different story. Peggy's watching it on 4 channels. I know they're going to show it happening again while you're watching it. You don't need no sound to see him go like this and look to the right and then go like that. Because he looked, just as he looked is what it. Oh, I don't doubt that, Peggy. Hmm. Yeah, but it wasn't long, Neil. It was just seconds. No, he turned. He stopped and looked over. Was looking. I forget what he was saying. I actually heard he was talking when it happened. I've heard. I was reading comments on a news channel on YouTube, just seeing what people were saying. People were saying it was ketchup. He had a ketchup package in his pocket. It was fake. That's why we've got 2 people that are no longer with us and 2 in the hospital. I don't mind telling you, this week I've been beat up. I'm more out. Uh, Took a lot more out of me than I realized it would. And it's over with. I made it back here after 6 o'clock and went to the barn. I don't think I think I made a. I think the only part of a video I made was how's my YouTube family doing this morning, and I think that's all I never. Mine was everywhere else. The only good news going on around here is the 4 little chicks. As of the time that I came in this evening, the 4 little baby chicks are still running around with mama out there. And boy, does she braise them feathers up. I mean, she draws all up when you get close to them. She's like, uh-uh. Mm. Well, that would be the way. That was the way the projectile came from the left side of your TV screen, which is would have been Donald Trump's right. I am too, Neil. Tell you, you need to let me know when you want to do it, and we'll just make a point to do it. And I'll post earlier in that day that will what time we're planning on doing it. We'll work out Eastern Standard Time somehow here. And, and I'm just going to give it to you, and I say, there you go. Let me kick back and watch. That's why I want to kick your repairman in the behind parts to speed him up. I'm going to come to the UK and go, hurry up, boom, hurry up, boom, faster. Oh, yeah. I just want us to put it out there early enough that people have several hours at least to know that it's going to happen, so they don't miss the. Uh, yeah, I hear you, Neil. We're just cutting up. Let me talk to your landlord. Been a long day. But all my help comes back tomorrow sometime. They said they were planning on leaving, wanting to leave as early before it gets too hot to travel some of it without being so hot. So hopefully, I go out in the morning and leave the gate open. Maybe they'll be here pretty quick. Then everything can get back to normal around here, and I can get some rest. As much as Neil's went through with this project, uh, it, it's no time to throw in a towel. It's time to go ahead and get it, and be patient enough to get it right the way he wants it. Because I tell you, they've been in my place that long, working on the same thing over and over, different. Mm. Well, a good coat of the right kind of primer, you could have put the cheapest paint in the world over top of that, and it would have worked. That's got to be, believe me, I know they've got some good stuff out there because, you know, we painted our room, our bedroom, when we were kids. We painted our bedroom uh, a solid white ceiling, and the walls were a yacht blue. It's almost a black. Um, we had the biggest bedroom in the house. Well, that's good. Uh, but now, when I moved out, they moved my brother into a smaller bedroom. And mom and dad moved into our bedroom, which was the biggest room. And they had to cover that yacht blue. And, well, we bought some of the best primer back in the day that you could get, and primed that wall. And when we did, we come back. I forget what color she painted it, but it was a lighter color, but a much lighter color. But after we primed it down real good, I put that paint on there. It went on there just as pretty as you please, and the job was done. Of course, now if we just painted over it, we'd have been painting and painting and painting and painting, because that yacht blue would have bled right through that round a little bit, didn't it? Or am I getting sleepy? That yacht blue, yeah, would have bled right through. Yeah. Well, I'm colorblind, Neil, and not 100% colorblind, but pretty much. I can't tell red from orange sometimes, that type of thing. Red from yellow, uh, some blues from black. uh, just different colors. You know, um, purple could be blue to me. I remember growing up, a box of crayons. I didn't ever want to tear the paper off the crayons because I needed to see what color it was. I needed to read the tag on the crayon. But if somebody tore the paper off of it, might as well throw the crayon away. Uh, but I used to take care of my crayons as a little boy. Here, let's just peel some. No, don't tear the paper off. Because once you start peeling that paper off of it, the rest of it gets loose and it wants to fall off anyway. Exactly, Melinda. That's what I feel like. I, I could, I could have done painted you a whole sun on there. Made you think the sun was coming up all 24 hours a day. Yeah. But no, he's had a lot of work done. They moved him out of the street and tore the whole building down. Put it back up again. Could have by now. Well, did everybody have a hot day? It was miserably hot here. Tomorrow's supposed to be worse. Yeah. It's time for a spot to tea. I have to go now and get my tea. Yeah. I believe Neil told everybody, Young, it's tea time. Shit. Okay. That will wake me up. Did it wake y'all up? It woke me up just a little bit. Ugh. I'm I got some plans for Monday. Yeah, that's what's crazy. That's just you were down to painting and taking so long to paint it. Well, I know one thing. I need some painting done, but I'm not calling him. I'm not calling that last guy you had. So he could, if he'd done a good job, you could have recommended him. I could have brought him over here and let him do some painting. Then he could have went back and said he was a world renowned painter. He's painted all around the world. But no, he messed it all up. Well, I don't want to call your landlord a cheapskate because he's done put all that other new stuff in. Mm. Yeah. I'm sitting here wondering. You know, the day before yesterday, I ran out of Georgia, my Lipton, Georgia peach tea. And the only reason I ran out was because last Saturday they didn't have none at the store. Well, when I went to the store today, they had it back in stock. And I'm sitting here wondering if it's cold enough by now. Because I'd sure like to have one. Your landlord's not a cheapskate, he's just a little hard headed. Use reverse psychology on him, Neil. Tell him, there's this good paint, but it's too expensive for you. Bring their own. They want to get a spot. They don't want coffee anyway. They want their tea. It's tea time. They got to be teetotalers like me. Neil, entertain them for a minute. Let's see if my Lipton, Georgia peach tea is cold. It should be. It's been. I can't remember what time I went and brought it home. But the fridge should have it nice and chill by now. All right, y'all pay attention to Neil there. He's going to entertain you for just a minute. Oh. Oh yeah, it's cold, but I think I might put one. Lipton, Georgia peach tea. Mm. uh, Oh, Peggy is. I think she said she had 4 channels going at the same time. I don't expect her to say much because she's. She's getting to see all the new stuff they're coming up with. In a in a about 2 days from now, they'll have everything they can possibly come up with and twist it every which way they can probably twist it. Come up with every theory they can come up with, and then in less than 30 minutes, you can sit down and see every bit of that at one time. Meg's Little House in the Country. The next best thing to cornbread, onion, and a bowl of beans. Yeah, well, as hot as it's been up there and that sun being like it is, they all should have sunglasses on. That's a strain on your eyes. I don't disagree with you, Meg, but that's not going to happen. See, we got this here Jewish state who has to admit that Jesus is the Son of God. When that happens, a lot's going to happen. But they will have to be brought to their knees to do that. We have 4 people in here. Let's see. We know who 3, 4. Yeah, we got all 4. That's Oh, I tuned into this. Wait a minute, I'll tell you. YouTube channel. I was going to ask y'all if y'all ever watched it or ever seen it. Sydney. Doggone it. I'm trying to think. Bicycle. Tube Town. You ever watch Tube Town? The guy claims he's the mayor of Tube Town. Population is 1. Oh, Yeah. Let me go. Let me look here. I can go back in my history here. He's got another channel too. I haven't, I haven't. There's some kind of conflict going on with the neighbors, but it's. I think the name of it is just Tube Town. But he's saying he's the mayor. He was the mayor of Tube Town. Hold on, let me. I don't want notifications. I want to go here. Okay, he's got two channels, and one of them is called. He's in Florida. I hadn't heard no bad language or anything so far. It's just been kind of comical. Well, what's the name of it? What you doing, Willis? What you doing, Willis? WHATCHA, doing Willis. What you doing, Willis? And he has another channel. In fact, when I went over there, somebody gifted me a membership. I can't find it. I think it's just Tube Town. What's the name of it? But I found one channel based on the other ones. I run across it. But he's got this. He's down there in Florida, and he's got a. He said he's the mayor of the. He's cut a hole in the woods, and he set up some games: putt putt, toss rings. Uh, uh, These shoot, a bunch of other little, just silly little games, you know. And he's got a mailbox that you, if you go by there, you get. I put on there. When I was on there today, I said I should bring my YouTube family to visit Tube Town. Next thing you know, I had somebody donate me a membership to Tube Town. Yeah. And his population of the town of Tube Town is one, and it's just him, and he's the mayor. He makes the rules. He said. The rules of the game might change if. No, it's not really. It's not really a town. It's just something he named a place he cleared some land out in the woods. But what's he doing? I guess his name is Willis. What you doing? What you doing, Willis? So let me see if I can see what information I can find on it. He's hosts every Sunday and Thursday at 6:30 Eastern Time, and many other days possibly at 6:30. Live on Tuesday. He has a merch link, Cash App, a PayPal, Amazon wish list. Uh, got an address of Trenton, Florida. I don't know. It was kind of funny. I thought it was kind of silly, but I thought, well, I ain't no different than me. I want to buy. Well, that's not a bad idea, man. Uh, I'm gonna name this place Guinea World. Somebody said, "Where you live in Guinea World?" I'm at the point of I think I'm gonna buy a little incubator and try to hatch some eggs under very close supervision right here at the house, in the house. Yeah, right in the middle of nowhere. I tell you what, uh, Bonnie has gotten a little frisky. I mean, she got to where she puffs up her feathers, and it looked like you could slide your hand up under the feathers like a tunnel when she does it. And I'm like, what in the world is she getting ready to do? And all of a sudden she'll dart at Henry. Henry, boom, he'll take off like a bottle rocket. He thinks something, he acts like something just grabbed him. And she'll dart at him. She don't keep chasing him. She just darts at him. He does all the running. She's just sitting there going, well, God bless you, Melinda. You sleep well, and maybe she might be, and we'll see you soon. Just remember, because you miss us so much anymore. Always remember to. I don't care if you just go hi or I'm okay. Just some kind of comment on the video so that, or the personal message thing. I don't care. Just so we know you're doing good and that you're okay. You reckon that's what's getting ready to happen? She's gonna start laying eggs. I love you too. You take care. Neil just moved somewhere in the world, to where it stays dark for several months at a time. You know. Yeah, yeah. We definitely got to advertise, Neil, that when we're gonna go live uh, with your video, because Melinda had to make a point to be up, you know, to be up at that time. I got some activity outside. I'm trying to see what it is. Uh, it's a cat. Peggy, anything new happening? Peggy be our newscaster. She'll be telling us the whole story. Neil, you got time to get a few hours sleep anyway, don't you? Yeah, you can get a. What time are they coming to work today? Oh, Tuesday. Oh, they're giving you a vacation, huh? Yeah. Well, I'm. I don't know how the spectators saw him. See that distance out in an open venue like that. The Secret Service should already had that all covered uh, beforehand. There'll be a big investigation on how he got past Secret Service, how he got up there with the pew pew. Uh, there'll be all that stuff to come out in the future. But that distance in an open venue like that, it's not in an auditorium or nothing, and you have to, especially where you can get an angle. Well, see, them people didn't come in through the. This don't make no sense. They should have had all them places covered where people couldn't do that. But well, it don't take but a second to pull a trigger, a split of a second. Uh, Several rounds can be pop, 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 pop. Uh, but it takes several seconds. Well, he to shoot that from that distance, he had to be pretty good. And that's why I say the first one's the one that he was going to make count. The rest of them was just follow ups. They were just bow, 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 bow. They wasn't necessarily on target like his first pull was set up to be. But the people are telling the police and stuff what they saw. That takes more than several seconds. I mean, what's the first? Where at? Which building? Up there? I don't see nothing. He laid down. All this kind of talk. Just uh, and then it's got to be radioed in. It's got to be relayed. Uh, yeah, a lot can happen while they're getting ready to investigate what's going on that rooftop. The only thing they can do that's fast is the Secret Service with one of their long barrels focus on that spot. Depending on how big the roof is, they've got to scan the roof till they find what they're looking for. So he's got the upper advantage of time. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Yeah. Dispatched in the animal world. I just wish it hadn't happened. Like I said, I thought, as I know the world's upside down, and what that is something that happens on a level of neighbor to neighbor, school kid to school. Um, just something that don't get spread out. But I really didn't think I'd ever see another one. But I was wrong. It amazes me. It really does. Look, well, I didn't make a video tonight. It wasn't really the fruit stand. I know is getting boring because it has been for me. Yeah, they said he was going to try again to talk to him.
Motion detected in the front yard.
I got a cat out there walking around. He's Yeah, it's a he. It's an old gray cat. He hunts out there all the time. He takes care of business. Oh. Well, Peggy, I'm going to let you get back to your newscast. And Neil, Neil might be able to get him a weekend before the sun comes up and gets too strong in his eyeballs. And next time we talk, Peggy will be telling us about uh, Trump going earring hunting. You reckon he'll go New York City and go shopping? I don't think he wants to do anything in New York City anymore. And find out if he has to get if he's able to get a little bitty earring or if he's got to get a big one. No, but really, I pray for y'all and I pray for this country. I pray for other countries. I pray they just all decide to have a little peace and quiet and a little bit of love for each other. Uh, yeah, they'll if he don't stay there. I don't think he will if it's not serious or something. Uh, they'll send him on. They'll do a hearing test and all that stuff, because of the sound of it going by his eardrum. Uh, yeah, good. You can always go to Meg's little house in the country and watch the sun rise in the morning. When you wake up, just push on the video there and watch it, and then you can get you something to drink while it's doing it, and then you can lay back down and then she'll show you the sunset and you can go back to sleep all within that little short period of time. In between time, you just watch it and hit the buttons, hit the thumbs up, and all that good stuff. Yeah, I can't see Trump going. Yeah, well, I'll just sit around. Yeah, I'll go let them test my ear tomorrow. I'm busy right now. I gotta go. We grew up in the same world long ago. Nowadays, some of the newer generations would be going, "Oh, I might need to stay all week." Well, God bless. Thanks y'all for coming in. It's good to see you. Good to know you're all still sitting up straight. Uh, if I put out some dumb video and ain't there's nothing really you can say about it. You know, just I mean, the thumbs up. I don't know who's giving me the thumbs up, but that didn't sound right, did it? Uh, but you know, just let me know you're doing okay. And come Monday, uh, I might take y'all with me. It'll be fun. Thanks for being here, Peggy. God bless y'all. Take care, Neil. Tuesday, you can yeah. Uh, come Tuesday, Neil. You'll have to go to bed early Monday night. All right, we'll see y'all. Give us some updates, Neil. God bless. Keep smiling, because Jesus does love you. Good night, Meg.